Alright guys, welcome back. CFP here, and this is Survival Living. So today's video is about take the last can or not. Now I am referring to when you go to do your prepping haul, like we do a weekly prep haul. Once a week we take what money we have put back and we go buy extra supplies and put in a rotational stock, or we purchase for long-term food storage or gear. This is what we're referring to. If you are going to the store to go purchase your preps for your family for SHTF in today's society right now, okay, are you going to leave? If you go in and you got a list that you got to get 10 of a specific item and they only have 8, but your list says 10, are you going to take all 8, or are you just going to take 7 and leave 1, as some of the comments I'm seeing? This is what we're going to discuss, and leave comments. Let me know what you think or what you do. For the ones that get all nasty and all that stuff, I just remove you. I'm open to comments. I have no problem with that. But when you get nasty, I have the power to remove you, and I don't mind doing it because I don't have time to waste with your stupid shit. Alright, coffee. Freaking amazing stuff. I don't know who invented the idea of grounding up coffee beans and drinking it, but it was a great idea. Alright, so back to the question here. Like I said, I'm open up to comments, guys. No, I'm not here to censor anybody, but when you get nasty with me, yeah, I'll remove you, because I'll guarantee you, you'd only get nasty with me one time, face to face. But here on the internet, we got plenty of warriors. Okay, keyboards, awesome people. So to deal with you, I just remove you. So the comment is, will you? I've read the comments, and you know, I'm open. I'm reading the comments and stuff, guys. I'm not trying to be defensive about my decision, because I'm not going to apologize for my decision. I am here on this earth. I have a family. My job as a husband, my job as a father, my job as a son, my job as a brother is to protect my family, provide security, and provide a way. So when it comes to grabbing the last can of something, I will, in a heartbeat. Now, I've seen the comments, well, with everything going on, you took the last can, you took the food, someone's going to starve. No, this was the last can of a particular item. This isn't that it was the last bit of food in a grocery store because of SHTF. One, if that was the case, I would not be there, because I'm a prepper. I have food put back. But while the times are still good, and I keep telling people to put food back, go get food and put away, yes, I am doing everything I can to collect as much as I can. This is a rotational stock. This is food for my family. It's not hoarding. Hoarding is when you just stack stuff up that is useless, and you have actually no intention of ever using it. You just got it in case it might hold back. In their perception, it holds value. Stacks of newspaper, things like that. But they don't use it. It's stack and keep on stacking. Preppers, on the other hand, we get gear and stuff that we actually use. We get food that we actually use. Everything that we get is actually used. So that's not hoarding. That's prepping. All right, let's get back on topic. So let's go to one of the comments that I read. And like I said, I'm not being defensive or anything like that, not attacking people. I'm looking at it and trying to figure out the mindset of, well, my viewers here. Many in the community are on board with what I said. You know, if it's the last can, too bad, should have been there before me, I'm grabbing it. Others, their comments were, when I go to the store and they only have a couple items left, let's say 3 items of spaghetti sauce, I will grab 2 and leave 1 because God wants me to look out for somebody else. Well, that's your perception of what the big man upstairs is telling you to do. That's fine. He's telling me to provide for my family, gives me the wisdom to see the threats in society. He's saying, get prepped. So that's what I'm doing. But I see your point there. You want to leave something behind. I've also read, I will never take the last can. So when you go to the store and all they have is one item. You just drove 17 miles, 20 miles to the grocery store. You need to get prepped up. On your list is, say, spaghetti sauce, and they only got one can. So with your way of thinking and what you're projecting is that if you go there and there's only one can, you're just, no, I'm not going to get that. I'm just going to leave that behind. I actually don't believe that. I actually do not believe that if you are an actual prepper and you're trying to prepare for your family, that if you go to the store and they only have one item left, you're just going to walk away from it. I don't believe that. If you are the person that will just walk away, you're not taking your preparedness serious at all. At all. In my opinion, you are not. When I go in with my list, I don't just browse around and snatch stuff up from people that are trying to buy stuff. It ain't the Cabbage Patch Dolls attack from the 80s. If you guys remember that, people stomping on people and all that stuff over a Cabbage Patch Doll. I'm talking about going to the grocery store an hour to an hour and a half before they close, when there's hardly anybody there, and they stock up at night, with my list, because I go once a week. I never go on the same day. I keep things differently because now I'm being seen more and recognized more in my local area. So, as a YouTuber, it does happen. So I go in, I purchase my item, I got my list. I'll have, I've told my wife I was going to load up on every single spaghetti sauce I can by the great value, because we eat a lot of spaghetti. We eat spaghetti 2 to 3 times a week. I love spaghetti. It's a great source of food for shit hit the fan preparedness. Spaghetti noodles last a very long time. So I go in, I had a big list. I was going to get every single one. I was projecting 20. That's what I had the income for, was 20 boxes. I went there. I can see the spaghetti aisle was hit hard. The only thing left was 4 boxes of the 4 1-pound packages. That's usually what I buy. They did not have any other normal spaghetti. They had angel hair spaghetti, and they had other types of pasta, but that was it. Now, when I prep, I am planning out meal plans when I prep. I don't just buy a bunch. You see a lot of things on my channel where I buy, 20 cans of this and 10 cans of that. I am looking at my preps, our rotational stock, and we are preparing meal plans off of the prep. So we know we have a full meal, 3 meals a day. This is what we will be eating. It's a lot of work, but I recommend doing that. So we need a lot of more spaghetti because we're projecting other things. So yeah, I will take the last forward. I'm not going to apologize for it. So now it kind of goes into the whole philosophical thing. Well, if there was a starving child coming to your house, you're telling me you would not feed them. I was just on the Ann Lynn show, and this actually conversation got brought up here, and I've actually talked about this before. Guys, during SHTF, you need to wake up. You do. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that actually live in a bubble, a fantasy world bubble. There is. I look at it as a criminal aspect through the eyes of a criminal. If I wanted to know who's in your home, if I wanted to know what you've got, what you're willing to give away, I would send a child. I would. If I was wanting to see what you got, to see if you were a prime target, a soft target that I could hit and not have any consequences, I would send a kid. I would send a woman with a kid. I would send something to bring your guard down. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, myself personally, what I'd be doing, I'd be setting off about 300 yards off and watching you for days to see what your routine is. But most criminals don't think like that. They go for your heart. They go for your feelings and emotions. If you are a bleeding heart, you will wind up with a bleeding heart. That's just it. Now, I know there would be those on here that will scream and holler about the Bible and God says to blah, blah, blah. You don't think I listen to God? I don't hear him directly. Apparently many of you have a one-on-one channel where he speaks to you nonstop. And I'm not saying that you're not hearing from God, but I also know I was raised in the church. I went through Bible school, and I was supposed to be a preacher. And a lot of stuff of organized religion woke me up, and I'm like, I'm not going to be part of organized religion because it's all hypocrisy. Anything man touches when it comes to religion gets tainted. It pretty much turns into politics. Explain to me why a family in a church is starving, can't get the power turned on, but they're there at church, pay them their 10% tithe of what little bit of income they were able to create. And the preacher walks around with a $2,000-$3,000 suit, brand new Cadillac, huge house, not working a job. That's his income from church. Why is a preacher getting a income from church that's so large he can play golf every week at the country club? But anyway, I know people won't see eye to eye with me on this, and that's fine. You do whatever you want to. I'm telling you from experience. I was a train rider for a year and a half. I was homeless for a while. I have seen the evil in men. I have seen how they lay traps out for people, coerce people in. I've seen walking down the alley, people run up, please help me, my girlfriend's hurt, she just got raped. You go down the alley to help and there's 6 guys waiting on you. Yeah. During SHTF, they will use anything they can to lure you and to bait you up in a trap. They do it today with society and laws. In society with laws. Without rule of law, it's going to get a lot worse. So, I already know it's going to be nonstop. Well, you said you'll let a child starve. I'm going to use wisdom on this. You also got to think, I have a whole community here that I work with and protect. We work together. We have plans in place. We train with our plans. We know everything that moves around us. Especially during SHTF, we would definitely heighten up security on that. So like right now, well, no one's doing any patrols or anything like that. No one's manning OPs or anything like that. We're just not, because we're in today's society. We all have to work a job. During SHTF, security goes up. So when they try to use the child method, or the woman and child method, or the handicap, or the elderly, or whatever method it is, we'll be watching for a while. We can shift through and see if this is a real need or a possible threat. Yeah. We will know if people are staging up outside an area. So, even though your heart tells you I should open up the door and go help this person, did you look at the situation as a whole? Do you know what else is off in the distance, 100 yards out, watching you? So let's just say there was no threat. Let's just say that. And you decide to give food to a child and a woman, or a woman, just say that you gave food away. Let's just put it that way. But there's no threat outside. Now, that person just left with that food. They're going to go somewhere to eat it. Odds are they're with a group. Or let's just say they're by themselves. They're eating it. They will come across with all this food that you've just given away. People will ask where that is. Now you just open up your door to a new threat. So-and-so is giving it away. Now, I've also seen the videos from other YouTubers that have made designated packs, gift packages, for people that come to the door. And I'm making sure I put a post-it note on there, this is all you get next time you come here, blah, blah, blah. In the mentality of a criminal, in the mentality of a homeless personnel, when you go and you get something for free the first time, word spreads like wildfire. As a train rider, I knew of every handout all over the West Coast. Word of mouth alone. I knew every street, every mission. I knew every place that would hook you up with free socks, that would hook you up with anything that you needed that was free. And that's word of mouth train rider. So if you are giving away free stuff with a post-it note not to come back, they're going to be back. Yeah, they're going to be back. And they're going to be back in numbers because apparently you have a lot of stuff and they're going to give it away. So in today's society here on YouTube, yeah, it sounds great, and hopefully everyone gets that little pat on the back there. Yeah, you're a good person because you're going to do this and you're going to do that and you're going to feed the world. Question: why aren't you feeding the world now? Why wait till SHTF? Because odds are this is just talk here on my channel and other channels to make you feel like a better person, get the little pat on the back from others, using the prepping community as a country club, little gang there. Yeah, hey guys, oh, good to see you. Yeah, you won't believe what I did today. I gave a homeless guy a hot dog. Well, good for you. Yeah, I'm pretty great. Fake shit I don't like. Fake shit in life, fake shit on YouTube, I just don't like. Fake people I don't like. I keep myself separated from these people. So, wrapping it all back, will you take the last can? Yes, I will. I will take the last can because I'm preparing my family now. So when full-blown SHTF happens and I cannot get anything, my family's well stocked. They are provided for. They are protected. So yes, in today's time, I'm loading up, I'm stocking up the best of my ability every week. If you go into Walmart and you find a hole in the shelves, it's not my fault. Just because I purchased something, that's commerce, ladies and gentlemen. If you have the money, you can go purchase anything which is brought to sale. It is not my responsibility to go to a store and look at something. Man, they really just don't have enough of this. I better not buy this because somebody else might need it. My family needs it. Let's clarify. My family comes first, in my view, compared to anybody else. That's it. That's my family. That's my job. That's my responsibility. Every parent, every spouse should be looking at the same scenario the same way. That's your family. But I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I do. You do whatever it is that you want to do. Now, again, I'm not apologizing for anything. Me providing for my family is not selfishness. It's called being a responsible adult. A lot of us preppers make a lot of sacrifices to prepare for our family. When the whole toilet paper crap was going down during the shutdown, you didn't see preppers out there. No, we saw you guys that I'm going to leave one behind because I'm not selfish. But you're the ones fighting over a freaking roll of toilet paper. Yeah, not us. We stock up while we can, while the time is still good. That's it. So anyway, guys, it's open for discussion. Hit the comment section. Keep it clean. Because if you won't keep it clean, I'll take it off. This is my channel. This is my source of income. This is my livelihood, along with other jobs I work. You come here be disrespectful to me, I remove you. Plain out simple. Like I said, too many keyboard warriors. I put my foot down. I don't prance around and go, oh man, I hope I don't hurt anybody's feeling, because I don't care. You need to hear the truth. You need to wake up. That's what you need to do. And if you don't, I did my part. You talk about hearing from God. Well, here's my thing. I believe that I was put here for a reason. I believe I was put here with my knowledge, outdoor survival and prepping, to show you how, so you can prepare for yourself. Just because SHTF happens doesn't mean the rapture's happening. Doesn't mean God's coming back to take us all away. You know how many times in society, throughout history of every country, has went through a shit hits the fan event? Throughout history. Where was the rapture then? Do I believe in a rapture? Yes, I do. Do I believe it will happen? Yes, I do. No man knows the time and date. What I'm saying is, don't put your eggs in one basket because you're looking for the easy way out. And that's what it is. You're looking for the easy way out. Now, if such and such happens, we're going to have the rapture. God's going to come get me. Really? So when earthquakes happen, people, hundreds of thousands of people die. Flood, famine, black plague, war. There's another thing. War. How many times we've had war? Every country's. Oh yeah, well, World War III comes around, God will come back before then. And you're basing this off of what? Wake up. Wake up.